Yeah, the provocative title comes from an article actually that was written about me by a a photography magazine. I can't remember exactly, but it was. I come from the traditional space of photography. I'm a National Geographic photographer. I've been doing this for 40 years. I'm probably the oldest. No, I'm not probably. I am the oldest person in the photography NFT space. And when I got started, I was told you have to animate your photographs. And this was in April of 2021. I've been doing this. So we hired an AI artist, a NFT artist, who made my pictures move. And it was interesting, but I am not into video. I'm not into movement, period, when it comes to photos. I just wanted to put my photography out there and see how well it did. But anyway, so we went into this. This first drop was April of 2021, and yes, this artist Zoe Winters animated these. Oh, good. Let me see. All right, well, I just left these up here just in case I ran out of things to say and I could talk about the photographs. These are NFTs that are being offered now. So let me quickly go through this. This is the type of work that I do. These currently are up for sale on, I believe, Super Rare. I can't remember. But they come from Geographic Stories. I am lucky. Every photograph, of course, I put new stuff out there, but so much of my work is in my archives. It's not like I'm going out and trying to invent the wheel, trying to make great frames. These are the best from my over 1 million photograph archive. How many photographers are out here? Okay. And how many are already in the NFT space? All right. Now, from what we just heard from the AI ladies, or the ladies who are here talking about AI, it seems like this is going to come up again in the future, where people are definitely going to be using more AI instead of less of it, and probably there's going to be a lot more photographs that have been that will be changed by algorithms and made to move. All right, so let me just run through this. These are up on Super Rare. It's Angkor Wat, and these ones are up now. Some of them haven't sold, so anyway, it's about the faces of Angkor. And this is my specialty. I work in Southeast Asia and China and Japan mostly. I'm more used to you asking me questions, because when it comes to AI, the other thing about my NFTs is I was helped along. I have a team, and I only got into this as at my advanced stage. We, of course, all photographers were overwhelmed when they heard about Beeple, and I don't think there's a person in the room who is a photographer who didn't react to that. And I was sitting with some of my illustrious colleagues, probably people whose names you know as famous photographers, and we were all wondering, how do we get into this game? Well, this guy made 67 million, so we all wanted to know how to do it. And out of that meeting back somewhere in March of 2021, I was the only one. So all my other geographic photographers are still waiting, and the difficulty, of course, is that at our group it was just too technically new and difficult to get into. So I had these two Harvard MBAs who wanted to make money from these photographs of mine. If you care to follow me on Instagram, I also have a very large Instagram following, Yamashita Photo, and they wanted to use these photographs and my reputation to sell NFTs? Well, reputation means nothing. It's all about the community and engaging that community, and we spent most of our time in Twitter rooms, Twitter chat rooms, and before that, Clubhouse, getting to know the community getting to know us. And this is the problem with most of my colleagues who are considered to be famous photographers. Nobody wants to put in the time or the effort to engage a new audience. In my case, I enjoyed the audience. There are several things I like about it. My background as a geographic photographer, I am the first and I was the only photographer of color before 2008, or 2018, excuse me. I was the only one. And now, of course, there are many of not just minority people of color, but women, many, many more who are now entering geographic. In fact, there is a quota system for inclusion where 50% of the new photographers today are from minorities in some way. So let me go through this quickly. All right, well, similar. They're all about faces. But again, you see this subject matter is so wide, and this is a photograph of a lake in a place called Jujiago. I've had actually a lot of success in NFTs. This particular collection sold out in took 30 minutes. All right. Anyway, so let me tell you what I really believe is the key, and that is engaging with the community. So for any of you out there, I don't know what your level of photography is or what you are selling or proposing to sell as NFTs. Is anybody in the space now and have minted photography and is selling NFTs out there? Anybody out there? Okay, well, we have one. So all of you are aspiring to work in the NFT space, and what I'm telling you is you need to engage the community, and there are several ways to do that through some of the chat rooms. Now on Telegram, there's Photo Care by John Knopf. I don't know if anybody saw John Knopf's presentation earlier yesterday, I guess it was. But it's important to start talking so they get to know you. Second of all, and also this whole inclusiveness where you are allowed, you can basically show yourself because you have another 100 people in the chat room all in the same position, usually very amateurish actually, and so but they support each other, and when things are going not so well, often the NFTs are traded within the community. So it's a built-in sales group where because of the fact that they get to know you, they are willing to put money on your art. I think right now where we are is indicative of the future. It's only going to get better. Well, I was here in 2021 at NYC NFT, and it was in Times Square, and the photography space was so small. You had to, and the screens that they were displaying it on were so small that it just wasn't a good display of photography in any way with small screens. Obviously, we like our pictures as big as possible. So we've come a long way, and with the 2022, of course, was better. more people. But this year, here we are in Javits Center. We're in the north wing, and I'm going to guess that next year they're going to take over the entire Javits Center. I think many of you might remember Photo Expo. It used to be, when there was a large photo industry, it was huge, and
we sure hope we take over Javits, the whole Javits Center next year.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that, and I can just see it. I can feel it, the enthusiasm as well as the crowds. And if you walk around out there, I can't even recognize half of what's being sold.
Exactly, it's absolutely amazing. And we started NFT.NYC in 2019, and I was one of the original people doing stage management. It was about 70 speakers one day, about 200 and something in attendance. There was a CryptoPunk, and they were like, hey, talk about these CryptoPunks. I really, really wish I bought that CryptoPunk for like $5 back then. Different story. I love your passion. I just want to talk about one thing, the community.
Yes.
And you were talking so much about community, and that's what this has all been about. And that's how NFT.NYC grew, is because of community. So just a real quick question. Is this their first time? Yeah, most of the people. So are you enjoying it so far? And this is a great opportunity. And hopefully, we don't just walk out the door, just meet everybody else. This is what building that community is all about. So Michael, thank you very much.
Thank you,
This
Peter.
is wonderful. And I thank you, everybody, for sticking around to the last
person.
talk. Thank you so much, everybody. Hope to see you tomorrow. Give yourselves a round of applause.